Join us as we ride the northeast side of Ozark National Forest, follow the Buffalo National River, and then head back to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Starting off at the church in Ben Hur, which is pretty much the only thing we saw in the town. The high for this day was 39 degrees. I have a heated jacket, which I'm plugging into my bike. We both have heated grips, and we are both wearing glove liners as well as winter gloves. When you go to buy winter gloves, it's important to get some that go over your jacket a bit so that you don't have a gap in the air going through. You can see I was tucking in my glove liners under my jacket and now putting my gloves over my jacket. We are both wearing long johns, freeze out gear, as well as our rain gear. I have a freeze out hat on underneath my helmet, otherwise my head freezes. And in the cold weather like this, I do keep my hair under my jacket. We are going west on Highway 16 through Ozark National Forest. This is the turnoff to Pedestal Rock Scenic Area, which has Pedestal Rock and King Bluff. Pedestal Rock is a 2.2 mile and King Bluff is a 1.7 mile long trail. On the Pedestal Rock Trail, you will see unique rock formations called pedestals. They were formed by weather. The King's Bluff Trail has a large flat bluff top with a waterfall that flows over the ledge. There are no fees at this location. It is day use only, and there is parking for large vehicles. This is one of the windier parts of our ride today. Although no switchbacks, and should be fine for anyone to do. town of Sand Gap. On our trip to this area a few years ago, this store was open. My highway peg had gotten loose and was hanging down, so we stopped to repair it. It had gotten loose before, and at that time I had fixed it with bungee cords. This time we were able to just tighten it really well with a Leatherman that Paul had, although it did mean that I couldn't use the highway peg and it was stuck in the upright position, so no stretching out my legs. We stopped in the town of Jasper for gas. We didn't have time to see more of the town as we were worried it was going to get dark by the time we got back to Eureka Springs. Foxley Valley Historic District had caution tape around it and little signs saying that we couldn't go in, that they're going to repair it someday. We are now following along the Buffalo National River in the Ozark National Forest. Jasper is on the Little Buffalo River, and the north side of Jasper is in the National Forest as well. We had gone through there on our trip to the Ozarks a few years ago, and it is a cute historic town. There are places to eat and a few places to stay. This is the turnoff for Lost Valley Trailhead. And to our left is an elk watching pull-off. As you'll see in a minute, we did see several elk here, but not at that spot. Lost Valley is 2.3 miles round trip. Average time to complete is 1.5 hours. On the Lost Valley Trail, there's a natural bridge, Cobb Cave, Eden Falls, and an underground cave entrance. This is the most popular hiking trail in Arkansas. The waterfalls are best to see after rain and might be almost dry in the summer. Cobb Cave is a giant bluff shelter that archaeologists found corn cobs in. Up the hill from Cobb Cave is a smaller cave about 50 yards long. If you venture into this cave, you are likely to see bats. These cars are stopped to watch the elk in the field to our left. We did see some more down the road with a spot for us to park our bikes. This is Buffalo River National Park and Swan Pond. Trumpeter swans frequent here along with the elk. We found the herd of elk. This is on the Buffalo National River. We are on Highway 43, and it is just before it turns onto Highway 21. It was so awesome to see the elk playing. Of course, we had to stop and get video and photos.
Ozarks. Oh, he's calling. Do you hear him? Oh, you could hear him. That was awesome. He's calling the one lady, the one girl coming. He's waiting. He says, okay, you're coming. I'm going to the rest of them.
Bye to the elk and on with our trip. When we turned on our bikes and revved up to go, the bull elk looked up at us, thought, uh-oh, that's not good. The bull elk versus us on our bikes. We are now outside Ozark National Forest. going north on Highway 127. The small town of Alabama with just over 1,000 people. Settlers came here from Tennessee and Alabama, where Alabama got its name, in 1827 and found that once the timber was cleared, the land in the region supported farming, orchards, poultry, and cattle. The small town of Forum is an unincorporated community in Madison County, Arkansas. From here to Eureka Springs, we are on Highway 23 going north. We have traveled this road before in the daylight, and I do have a video of that, so I will have a link in the description below with that video. I'll only keep a few shots in here of the pretty sunset. We were camping for most of this trip, although last night and tonight we were at a hotel, and I was very glad considering we were frozen by this time. It was really nice to have a hot bath after a long ride in the day, then go downstairs and sit in front of the fireplace, have a good meal, and listen to live music. As always, thanks for joining us. Hit like and subscribe, and you'll get notified for our next part of our journey.